Alrighty, so I literally just recorded this video, but my microphone was not turned on, so that's very unfortunate. So I'm going to be a little bit later than I was going to be, so that kind of sucks. But it's 9 p.m. It's 9:20 now, but yeah, there's going to be a little bit of an early maintenance, which is kind of nice. So just be aware that the game is going to be going down for maintenance a little bit earlier than usual. It's going to be down for 2.5 hours. For me specifically, it's going to be coming back around 11:30 p.m. So right before, the next day, I guess, which is kind of nice, I guess, on the East Coast. So I'll be able to do anything with the game a little bit earlier. Sometimes when they do it early maintenance like this and the game ends maintenance before the day resets, you can kind of get a leg up on some of your events and stuff like that. So if you can only do like an event, X amount of times per day or whatever the case may be, you can actually, do those things before the daily reset and get them out of the way. So that way you can get kind of a leg up on it. So kind of cool. Anyway, let's get into this thing. I rambled a little bit in the last one, but basically Cusack is coming out. I don't know how many people are actually planning on summoning for him, but I did a poll earlier this week and it seems like a lot of people are probably skipping him, which I definitely think is a smart move because Assault Meliodas in the meta right now is not very good, just with the the teams that are currently relevant. So Cusack's really not gonna pull him out of retirement or anything like that. So I don't really like Cusack, to be honest. I really hate the fact that they made him a festival unit for absolutely no reason at all. If Chandler wasn't going to be a festival unit, then Cusack really didn't need to be one. So yeah, I still am very on the fence about summoning for this banner or not. I may end up doing something, so if you want to be sort of, I guess, notified or anything like that, if I go live tomorrow night, whenever the patch drops, feel free to subscribe so that way you can see the notification, or just you can see the live stream thing before I go live, hopefully. So yeah, that's pretty much the small rant out of the way. Anyways, we're getting a bunch of events and stuff like that. We are getting some special missions, which we're going to get basically a free multi's worth of tickets on the banner, which is kind of nice, I guess. That way you can maybe have a shot at getting Green Gother or getting Cusack beforehand without, going crazy on the banner, which is nice because I really just don't think he's worth it. There's a fireworks celebration event. So fireworks materials acquire event. I'm assuming this is going to be some sort of an event where you gain just materials in general, and you exchange them in an exchange shop for X amount of rewards. I don't know for sure, to be honest, because I don't keep up with this kind of thing. Whenever JP and Korea do it, I just kind of read over the patch notes for them. So yeah, I'm assuming it's just like an exchange shop. But yeah, they're bringing back the Moments We Remember Volume 2, which is kind of cool, I guess. There's a couple of diamonds that you can get from those. They're kind of tedious, to be honest. They're basically just like story missions where, like, some of the harder story missions, I guess, the memorable ones, they bring those back and they basically give you a couple of different missions that you do with them, or sort of like objectives to complete during the fight, so that way you can sort of gain a couple of free rewards and stuff. So it's nothing too crazy. Sometimes they can be a little difficult, but I'm sure I'll end up going over those whenever they come out, if they're actually worth making a video on. So if you want to see that, or you want me to make a video on it, feel free to let me know, or subscribe so that way you can stay tuned, I guess. They're doing a Fight Festival victory event. So basically with these, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 12 or 15 wins per week, and I think every 3 wins gets you a different reward, and they do it for 2 weeks, I think it is. So basically it's just like an incentive to play PvP and try to win, so that way you can just basically get extra rewards. It's nothing too crazy, but if you already play PvP, it's just going to be extra stuff. If not, it'll try to force you to play PvP. So yeah, they're also doing a bunch of boosting events, which is okay, I guess. I mean, we pretty much have boosting events all the time at this point because of how often they do festivals and stuff, which is kind of unfortunate because it makes these feel very not special. But victory boxes are going to be getting upgraded for Brawl, which is nice. There's a 100% chance to get death matches right now with this update going on. Patrol Dispatch auto clear tickets are doubled. Equipment enhanced discount event, and then there is super and ultra success rate up on equipment salvaging. The only other thing to note is that they are doing a Cusack growth event, which is very, very scummy, actually, because basically one of the rewards is you can get an extra copy of Cusack, which is very, very cool. But you have to own Cusack to be able to participate in the growth event, which is very dumb and very sad, because they've done an event like this in the past before for, I think it was one of the Valenti characters that came out, where you had to have that character to be able to participate in some of the missions, but you could use a friend's copy of the character to participate. You will not be able to do that in this one. You literally have to have Cusack, so they're basically forcing you to summon on the banner, and pulling the character, whether or not you have to go to 900 or not, is completely up to luck. But after you pull the character, you could participate in the growth event, and you'll basically do those, and one of the rewards at the end is another coin for Cusack, which is very, very scummy. I don't like the way that they're doing that. They know that Cusack isn't a good enough character to force people to summon, but they're going to put Green Gother on the banner to try to force you to summon. They're going to do a growth event that gives you an extra copy of the character to try to force you to summon. They're basically just trying to pull out all the stops here, so that way you feel sort of, the need to pull this character. But in all reality, he's really not all that great. So, anyway. Final Boss 11 is going to be coming out, which is Zeldris and Estarossa, which is pretty cool. I do like both of their outfits. I was commentating a little bit on it earlier that Estarossa's face looks really weird in this promotional art. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's the bags under his eyes, but he just looks very weird to me. But yeah, cool to have these outfits. I honestly think it's a little bit too late. I wish they would have done these outfits, back when these characters were a little bit more relevant, because, nobody really uses regular Zeldris anymore, and people don't really use Estarossa all that much. So I guess it's nice to have these UR outfits, but it would have been nicer to have them back when people actually used these characters. So that sucks, but it is what it is. They're free outfits. Can't really complain too much about it. There's 2 battle events that are going to be going on, which is kind of nice. There's, basically 2 diamonds apiece. I find these battle events to be kind of tedious, to be honest. I really don't like doing these much anymore, especially after doing, X amount of them every single week. So I kind of wish they would either get rid of these or find, some new form of content or something to put out that actually might be a little bit more fun, because some of them are limited. You can't do a whole lot with them. Some of the challenges are just kind of annoying to complete, but I mean, it is what it is. It's like a couple of free diamonds, so I guess you can't really complain too much. 2 outfits. These are the UR outfits that are going to be releasing for Cusack. If I'm not mistaken, it probably is the fireworks event that they're going to be doing. I think that will have the SSR outfit for Cusack, or it might even be considered a UR outfit because he's a festival unit. So it's going to be the Gray Demon outfit, which is kind of like the counterpart to Chandler having the Red Demon outfit, which is cool, I guess. I think that's kind of like a fun little gimmicky outfit, I guess. But yeah, his outfits are going to be available. There's obviously ticket bundles related to the banner and everything like that, so 4 new ticket bundles if you're into that sort of thing. They are buffing Festival Zeldris, which is kind of nice. It still doesn't really make him all that great in PvP or anything like that, but I do use Festival Zeldris for like Belmoth raids and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool that I'll be able to get a little bit more damage. Basically, instead of giving 50% or half of the additional damage from his cleave card, it's going to be up to 75%, which is kind of nice. And then his ultimate is going to scale a little bit better. At level 1, it doesn't get any sort of increase or anything, but it goes from 7% to 9, 9% to 13, 11% to 17, and then 13% to 21, and then 15% to 25%, all the way at maximum ult there, which is kind of nice, I guess. I honestly don't ever see anyone get his ult off because he's sort of like a backline character for the assault mode team, but I don't know. It'll help if you ever get it off, I guess. They are also buffing his passive, which is kind of nice. So increases the ally's basic stats. It used to give you 2% for every debuff applied on the enemy for a maximum of 10. Now it's going to be 3% for a maximum of 8, which I think is better because for 2% for a maximum of 10 was going to be 20% increase, whereas 3% for a maximum of 8 is going to be 24% of an increase, which is kind of nice. And with the maximum of it actually being pushed down, you should be able to reach those, that max threshold a little bit easier. So honestly, not a bad buff. They are going to be making UR gear for Cusack, which is pretty understandable. They pretty much do that with every new character that comes out. And then they are also adding Tavern Cosmetics and stuff to the Season 3 Tavern, which is kind of nice. Apparently, you're also going to be able to do or cook with Meliodas, which I think uses 2 ingredients instead of 3, through Bon in the tavern, which is okay, I guess. And then something about Deanne's outfits and having conversations with her as being available in the new tavern, I guess. I didn't realize that was a problem because I don't use the Season 3 tavern, really, because I don't really like it as much. But yeah, you're going to be able to use the tavern furnitures and stuff like that in the Season 3 tavern now. You just have to complete Chapter 13, Episode 231 of the story mode to be able to access that kind of thing. So yeah, pretty cool, honestly. I mean, it's just a nice little touch, I guess. But other than that, that's pretty much it. They're going to be ending a couple of the events and stuff like that for part 1, but it's nothing too crazy. Make sure that you're doing your, make sure you do the special missions so that way you can get that free ticket summon for Margaret's Banner. If you haven't already done that, I would imagine most players already have. But yeah, just be aware that that's going away. So if you haven't, make sure you do that. The boss battle for Abaru and his exchange shop is going to be going away. So if you haven't already completed that or cleared out his exchange shop, make sure you jump on top of that before it goes away. The Radiant Supply Storage, the little like goddess looking keys or whatever that unlock the different kinds of chests, or I think it actually flips the cards. That's going away, so make sure you finish that. Radiant Chest, the Hawk's Radiant Treasure Chest event is going away. This one actually had some really good rewards in it. You had a chance to get like 10 diamonds out of the special chest, which was actually pretty cool. So make sure that you're doing that every day that you can while it's still around. Gold Perks event's going away, so make sure you use the gear gacha or whatever the case may be, like upgrade some gear. I know that's pretty expensive as well. Just do something to spend gold so that way you can get those rewards. And then obviously these boosting events are going to be ending, but they're pretty much doing new boosting events, so it's not a big deal. This one is the hero enhance one, so I guess enhance heroes if you haven't already. But that's pretty much it for me. Honestly, I like I said, I'm on the fence about summoning for Cusack at this point, but if you stay subscribed and stuff like that, I'm sure I'll put up a like a live stream and everything like that and schedule it for later that day whenever the patch comes out. So that way you guys can be aware if I'm going to summon or not. I'm just really on the fence. Let me know if you guys want to. I ran a poll and people seem like they were pretty much determined to skip this banner, which I feel compelled to as well. But as a content creator, it would be kind of nice to have the character, but he's really not all that great. So I don't know. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on Cusack, honestly, because maybe you guys can sway me to either skip it completely or, you know, try to get him or whatever the case may be. So that's it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.